Yes, people, what's happening? Good evening and welcome back to the Premier League show on AN Sports. We've got the Premier League Game Week 9 preview today. We've got some interesting games this weekend, some very, very interesting ones, some very good games as well, in fact. But obviously, the main talking point is the Arsenal game against Palace. That's going to be a really big game to watch this weekend. Arsenal Palace, obviously, Palace have been really, really good in the last few games, last few months as well, I should say. Not just a few games, few months. And going to the Emirates will be a tough test for them, tough test for Arsenal as well if they can get over the line in this game. But we shall see. Make sure you guys on the way in. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and big up the lads for tuning in. Obviously, I got Prophet back again. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Liverpool Prophet. His channel will be in the description of the video. I will put it there. Josh and Jack obviously back for the Premier League show as always. How you guys doing? All good? Prophet, Jack, and Josh. All good.
Vibing, yeah.
All good, bro. All good, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, some of our teams actually won our midweek games. Am I right, Josh? Am I right?
Norwich lost during the week.
Derby Masterclass, and Watford beat West Brom. Javi Gracia's first game back at the club since 2019. Big ups to him. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Sack Liam Manning while you're at it.
Liam Manning in. Keep him there, man. Keep him there.
No, but didn't Watford lose as well?
No, Watford beat West Brom. West Brom. Came back for 1-0 down, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because last time my friend told me Watford were losing or something. They were losing.
Oh, we were losing. I think I can't remember who it was. Like Price scored for West Brom in like the 35th minute. Then Loser equalised straight after. Imran Loser, the Moroccan midfielder, and then Rocco Vata, the Irish forward, scored a winner for the Orns. So come on, yeah, we're like 6 points off of playoffs anyway. So hey, we'll see what happens. But knowing Watford, we ain't gonna get there. Yeah.
Fair enough. But guys, on your way and hit the like button. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers, so make sure you guys as well subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And like I said, Prophet's link will be in the description of the video, so go check his channel out there. I think let's just start off with Arsenal Crystal Palace. That's the biggest, in my opinion, that's the biggest game of the week. Or is it Villa Man City? I don't know, but I think probably Arsenal Palace is the biggest.
And Brentford Liverpool is up for as well.
Top of the league, Arsenal as well. This is your toughest test so far this season, in my opinion. It has to be your toughest test so far because, Palace have been really good this season, so it's going to be your toughest test so far.
I feel when you travel to Anfield, I think that's always going to be the toughest test you have. But I understand what you mean. I feel sorry, I've got straight into this. Palace, they lost. It was a surprise defeat in the Conference League at home. I don't know who they lost against. I couldn't make it out, but listen, they've hit a really since their last-minute defeat to Everton, they've looked very shaky. They needed the last-minute penalty, and Mateta hat-trick to scrape a point at home to Bournemouth. Granted, they should have won the game with Mateta's miss in the 99th minute, I believe it was. But it's typical. Once a team loses their unbeaten run, they typically have a few shoddy results before getting back into their groove. You only have to see with the Invincibles. I think they only won one of their next 5 games after they lost the unbeaten run at Old Trafford. So obviously, Palace's unbeaten run has been fantastic. They're a fantastic football side with a fantastic manager. But I feel at the Emirates, we're still going to see them struggle a bit. I don't think they'll make it easy for Arsenal, but I think Arsenal will have enough in the tank in order to get over the line. As for Arsenal, fantastic result in midweek. 4-0 demolition job of Atletico after it was a pretty tight game for the first 57 minutes. Granted, I'd rather that result happened in 2018 rather than now, but we can't change anything. We can't change the past. But yeah, it was a fantastic win. Gyökeres with much needed goals. People talking about how he weren't aesthetically pleasing. Who gives a fuck? He's a striker. At the end of the day, that's another goal for his record book. It's another goal for his goal bonus. And it's most importantly, it's another goal for his confidence. So I couldn't care less about that. Martinelli with a fantastic finish as well. And obviously Gabriel from set pieces. The guy's now unstoppable. And hopefully we see more of those goals flowing in against Palace. Will it happen? I don't know. I won't give my prediction just yet. I'll move it on to Jacques, the other Arsenal fan. And we'll continue from there.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to say Palace
say the best or last, Brandon.
By the way,
Palace
guys,
lost.
don't give your prediction yet. Just preview the game first. Don't give your prediction yet. Yeah, just talk about
Palace
the game.
lost. Palace lost to AEK Larnaca, who won the
Wow.
Cypriot Cup last season. They're based in Cyprus. Their next match is against, I can't remember which Nicosia team it said, but yeah, just to make it clear, they're a Cypriot team. Palace, great run of form this season, going off the back of last season as well. Oliver Glasner, class coach, class manager, obviously won the Europa League with Eintracht Frankfurt in 2022. Obviously won the Community Shield and the FA Cup early in the year. And it's just who they are. It's literally just who they are. Like, they are a solid team. Ever since they beat the mighty Watford in the playoff final, they've been on the up and up again. Obviously, they're just a solid team, and they got to the FA Cup final back in 2016, only to lose to Ackerman's team. But hey, it's going to be a good match. Obviously,
Sorry, which team?
Palace lost to Man United in 2016. Am I right?
Right, FA Cup final.
Yeah,
Yes.
in the FA Cup. And hey, let's not even get into the whole flipping just demolition match that happened midweek in the Arsenal Atletico Madrid match. Like Monday, people were talking about Harambo. That was a most halal ball I've ever seen. Just passive, not passive, just cutthroat attacking from Arsenal. Like Simeone, he was put on a spliff by our players. Like, Jesus Christ. And they we granted we were really lucky, but Alvarez's shot wasn't about 5 or 10 centimeters lower, because just before we scored our first. Because hey, if Atleti had scored that chance, hey, we could be looking at them winning 2-0, us being in the shitter. Pardon my French, but yeah, great result midweek. And obviously, this is the Ezra derby, as AFTV have called it. I mean, yeah.
No, this is the Ian Wright derby, mate. This is not.
No, Ian Wright or Maran Shamak.
That's Akabin W. No, Jack.
Maran
W
Shamak
ball
derby.
knowledge, Jack.
No, come on.
Ian Wright derby. This is
Eddie and Nketiah derby. Eddie and Nketiah derby. Let's just call it that. Anyway, this is going to be a good match.
He did win the famous number 14, so
yeah,
okay, I'm only right. So
North versus South. Obviously, we know which side of London is better. It's North, by far. And hey, we'll see how it pans out. I'm relatively confident for this. Bit like with the Fulham match. Obviously, we know the result that happened. Rob Holding that. Yeah, ran the man. You smart.
Hey, he was an FA Cup winner, so you gotta
appreciate it. He was an FA Cup winner for both teams, to be fair. Although I saw he's playing Palace's under 21s last season. But anyway, regardless, this is going to be a quality match. Hopefully, this be good. And this is, we saw how the match panned out last season between the two teams. Obviously, it finished in a 2-2 draw. There was wonder goal from Mateta from a Saliba mistake, I believe it was, in the second half. And yeah, hopefully this is a good match. No Fugazi bullshit, as I like to say. And yeah, come on, Arsenal.
I can't lie to you. That performance in midweek against Atletico Madrid was one of the best Arsenal cameos or performances, because I don't think you were amazing in the first half. But once you got that first goal, that cameo from when you scored the first to the fourth goal was one of the best I've ever seen you guys play under the Mikel Arteta reign. I'm not even joking. That right there was one of the best I've ever seen Arsenal. You guys were destroying them defensively, midfield, going forward, everything. You didn't give Atletico Madrid a sniff. The one time you gave them a sniff was when they hit the crossbar, and that was literally about it. Once you scored the first goal, it was curtains. It was over.
And the Raya CTE moment in the first half.
Yeah, possibly. But then again, like I said, the cameo you had from when you scored the first goal was one of the best I've ever seen you guys play in probably so long. And there's a lot of Arsenal fans out there talking about set piece. Listen, if set piece gets you a goal and gets you up and running and gets you other goals as well from open play, I don't see why scoring from set pieces is an issue. If you score from set pieces, that's probably the best thing in my opinion.
Akvin, I'm one of those Arsenal fans. I've said it the last 2 streams. I feel like it's not going to be every game where you're going to be able to unlock a game through a set piece. You know what I mean? Therefore, I don't think it's sustainable over the next 30 Premier League games, for example. But at the end of the day, yeah, if you're good at set pieces and you keep scoring from them, I want to keep scoring from them. But my concern is we're not breaking teams down from open play. We're relying on the corner to put us 1-0 up, and then the free-flowing football starts, and then we start adding to the goal tally.
Yeah, 100%.
I want us to be creating more from open play, you know what I mean? But I understand what you mean as well.
Like breaking the deadlock is the most important thing in a football match. Once you break that deadlock, once you score the first goal, then the floodgates open, and then that's where you have to start trying to score as many. You know, Prophet, you want to say something as well, brother?
I think I echo what you three said. Really impressive win for Arsenal against Atletico. Honestly, I think in the preview show we all predicted it would be a close game, but Arsenal rocked up. Yeah, exactly. Arsenal rocked up, a 4-0 win. Says a lot, you know. Liverpool went life and death with Atletico. Arsenal dispatched them easily. So is which team is where at the moment and where the other one is. Impressive display for Arsenal against Atletico. As for the Palace game at the weekend, this is at the Emirates, isn't it? Emirates.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal at the Emirates will have enough to beat Palace. If this was at Selhurst Park, maybe I would have given Palace a bit of a chance. They did beat us at Selhurst Park. They've had a good start to the season, obviously.
They beat many teams at Selhurst Park. This is beautiful.
Yeah. I think they've only lost one game as well. Palace have, so...
They lost last night 1-0.
Yeah, and they lost against them. Yeah, obviously in the Europa Conference League too. But yeah, they've had a decent start, but I don't know. I think Arsenal are in their groove. They've got a bit of rhythm going. You know, they're in good form as well. They're feeling confident. They're looking confident on the pitch. I don't think this will be as close as maybe you guys think it will be. Again, I'm predicting an Arsenal win here. A pretty comfortable win against Crystal Palace.
Fair enough. Let's talk a little bit more. Yeah, obviously Palace. Let's talk a bit about Crystal Palace. I mean, we've not given them much credit on these shows. Me, Josh, and Jack have done Premier League shows all season, but But the one thing that I've kind of I've not been happy about myself about is I've hardly given Crystal Palace enough credit for what they've done, from where they've been, where they were a year ago. I think a year ago they sold Elise, they sold Joachim Andersen, and a lot of teams were. And a lot of people were saying Crystal Palace are going to get relegated. The way they were moving, the form that they were in, they looked like they were going to get relegated. Then then they stuck by Glasner. He turned it around, took Palace to their first FA Cup final, and then they won the FA Cup. I don't know where they finished, but does it matter where they finished? Nope, because they won their first trophy in their football in their history. They won the first ever trophy in the top flight of the existence, Crystal Palace, and ever since then. They've been on an 18-game, 19-game unbeaten run. The credit needs to go to Crystal Palace, Oliver Glasner, and I know this guy might not be the best guy to give credit to, but John Textor. Even if people say, "Oh, I know what he did," I don't agree with what he did. I'll be real. What he did, Crystal Palace dirty with the Europe situation, but to stick by Oliver Glasner and to give Crystal Palace the backing and everything, you got to only give credit to him for that. Except the UEFA thing. You know what I'm trying to say? You got to give credit to the Palace organization, because sometimes you can never. Sometimes these fans of football clubs who have never seen them win anything, they're only gonna cherish this moment for life. They're only gonna cherish this moment for life. They're gonna cherish so much of what they've done, because think about it. They've never won a trophy. Crystal Palace fans should be grateful and be thankful for where they are and live in the moment, because in the next few games, if things go down south, they'll look back on this moment and be like, wow, I'm glad to have seen us win the FA Cup. People like to undermine trophies nowadays, but trust me, when you win that trophy, once you get the silverware, it's the best feeling in the world. Even if it's an FA Cup, even if it's a Carabao Cup, it's the best feeling in the world to win a trophy. When you see your team on the board when you see your team on the what's it called again?
Podium?
On the podium. Yes. When you see your team on the podium, isn't that the best feeling in the world? Staring at your team lifting a cup, isn't that the best feeling in the world? So Palace fans should
I
be
haven't seen it for 5 years, so I wouldn't know.
No, but I mean, like I said, being grateful. Like Palace fans should be grateful for how they are and where they've been over the few years. What I'm trying to say. But talking to Crystal Palace, bro, Josh, and you want to say something as well?
Well, I mean, this is by far the best Crystal Palace side in their history. I mean, not only have they brought a trophy home, well, 2 trophies home, if you consider the Community Shield a trophy, they've also been on a 19-game unbeaten streak in all competitions, which for a club the size of Crystal Palace is an absolutely incredible achievement. And I did mention in my little preview section that they have suffered a bit of a dip in form, although that is natural for, exactly as Lamberman said, that is natural for a team that has just lost their unbeaten streak to then suffer a wobble. And for that reason, I think they're not going to recover at the Emirates, although they will make it a tough game. At the end of the day, we've spoken in depth about Crystal Palace and how cruelly they were treated in terms of the UEFA rules. Now, they are rules, but realistically, would Steve Parish, would John Textor, was he have predicted Crystal Palace to win the FA Cup and therefore qualify for Europe? I seriously doubt it. So I feel the fact that they were denied entry into the Europa League on a technicality is very, very cruel. And we've said that many a time. Yes, by the rules, Nottingham Forest should have been in ahead of them. But for me, that is just prioritising a league position over a trophy win, especially when it's Palace's first. I feel that is a sad indictment on the current state of modern football. But like I say, at the end of the day, this is Crystal Palace's first ever foray into Europe, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's their first ever European tournament. Regardless of whether it's the Champions League, Europa League or Conference League, they've done extraordinarily well just to qualify and be considered amongst the favourites to win it. And with a manager with European pedigree such as Oliver Glasner, there's no reason why they can't do it. Especially as they've kept Gehi, especially as they've kept Mateta. I think Eze was their only considerable sale. Who?
Outgoing. So yeah, outgoing. I was going to say
outgoing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Questionable outgoings, but outgoings that might have weakened them.
Yeah, exactly. But with Oliver Glasner, they'll be fine. And listen, I know they lost during midweek, but I still fancy them to get to the latter stages of the Conference League.
Yeah.
So full credit to them. Full credit to them. And Oliver Glasner, credit to English football with winning Palace their first FA Cup. Because for a club as popular as Palace have been over the last 10, 15 years, to have no trophies with it, that would be a damning indictment on the football club. But he's managed to pull them from the brink and finally add something to that dusty cabinet.
Yeah. Sorry, you want to add something, Prophet?
No.
I was just gonna say, also this guy Oliver Glasner won the Europa League with Eintracht Frankfurt. So you only got to give the experience to Crystal Palace. You have the experience there of winning a trophy. You've won Crystal Palace their first major trophy. I don't know if Frankfurt won their first. No, sorry, it wasn't their first major trophy because they beat Bayern in the DFB Pokal final all those years ago. I remember that Bayern lost in the DFB Pokal final to Eintracht Frankfurt 3-1. I don't remember how many major trophies they won, but I think if it's their first European trophy, then it's only right. Oliver Glasner gets the credit and gets what he deserves because, like I said, you give the guy the time and the backing, the experience that he has. He brings to Crystal Palace. He has European experience. Now he's taking them to the Conference League, or should have been Europa League, but Conference League by the rules and by the regulations of UEFA and football regulations. But yeah, like I said, he's got the experience to win Crystal Palace maybe a couple more trophies. Who knows? They might go for the League Cup. They might go for the FA Cup again. They might go for the Conference League. Who knows? Whatever Crystal Palace go for, I will not be surprised to see them win another trophy this season. And it's all credit to Oliver Glasner and what he's done to Crystal Palace. And yeah, that's all I can really say about Palace. Unless you guys want to add anything more about the game or I think you want to add more about Palace and Arsenal and whatnot.
Well,
just
now you go on, Jack. You probably know more about the injury.
just want to also advert Palace. They also took part in the Intertoto Cup back in '98 and '99 season. I know that it's not like one of the most prestigious things, but it's just like one thing I just saw. And also, I'm not sure if this was under Glasner, but they won the game you're talking about in terms of where Frankfurt beat Bayern in the DFB Pokal was in 17-18. I'm not sure who was the coach at the time. Give me a second. I will.
Yeah, 17-18.
I'll get back to you with that. But yeah,
it was the Frankfurt manager actually went to Bayern Munich after that final.
Yes,
it's Kovac. It was Kovac.
Kovac,
Yeah, that's
yes.
it. That's it. Yeah.
Right after the final, he went straight to Munich after the final, and also, Luka Jovic went to Real Madrid that same summer.
Sebastian Haller
for that season as well. Exactly. He went. Sorry, continue, Jack. I'm going to cut you off there.
But yeah, that's all I have to be honest in terms of adding information. Yeah. Just what are you going to say in it?
Something for me. No, I just want to say I'm not aware of potential Palace absences going into this game. Gabriel's a doubt for the game for all the FPL merchants in chat and on the panel here. Who else is out? Obviously, you have the lots of Jesus is out, Havertz is out. I think Hincapi is back, so he'll probably be on the bench. But yeah, other than that, obviously Odegaard is out as well. But other than that, I feel it's going to be a good game regardless of the potential absences. So, hopefully, for my sake, Arsenal get on the good end of it. But either way, I think it will be a good game.
100%. Jovic's breakthrough season, the world knew his name in 17-18 season, then the 18-19 big money was Madrid and the square fell apart. Really, he wasn't a bad player. He just wasn't given enough chances at Madrid because who were you going to get ahead of? You weren't going to get ahead of Benzema. You weren't going to get ahead of certain of the players. It was going to be tough to get into Real Madrid's team. I mean, he went to Madrid, but at the end of the day, he didn't fight first place. That's on him. But at the same time, he just wasn't good enough to make the starting 11. And that's why I think he kind of wasted his move. I think he should have stayed at Frankfurt. I know moving to Madrid is like, you can't turn that down. But at the same time, like, are you really going to get minutes there? Only question. And Madrid didn't win anything that season as well. They lost every single trophy that year. They were trophyless that year. And then they sacked 2 managers. So, like I said, it all depends on, like I said, Renvier says he had the pressure at Madrid. And he didn't live up to expectations. So that's on him as well. Bring Restream back though. Actually, what Restream? I did a show with Football Overseas on Restream last night. So go check that one out, people. Go check it on his channel, Football Overseas. He's close to. Go check his channel. He's close to 900 subscribers, and I appreciate you guys hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as well, people. But yeah, anyways, I think let's just get to score predictions if you want to.
Don't we stop? 2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 Arsenal.
Jack?
I feel we'll score the opening goal from a corner. I'll go with Gabriel. No,
Gabriel.
I'll go with Timber. Gabriel might not play. I'll go with Timber from a corner, and Mateta will equalise. And then around the 78th minute, I feel Martinelli will come off the bench to pop up with the winner. Saka cross, Martinelli goal. 2-1 Arsenal, top of the league. And touch wood, it stays like that for the remaining 29 games afterwards.
I hope so as well.
Well, if United aren't in it, then yeah.
Well, of course, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. If Chelsea are in it, then I'd want Chelsea, but Arsenal over City, Liverpool for me. Jack.
I'm not overly confident with this match, to be fair. Like, obviously, Palace lost to Lanaka, and obviously we won against Atleti. But yeah, like I'll probably say 2-0 or 3-1 Arsenal. I'll probably say 2-0 or 3-1 Arsenal. Like, just get the 3 points. Just keep winning and just let's just see. Let's just see. That's what I'll just say. Just as long as we win, as long as there's no stupid red cards or stupid fouls that we make, then yeah, I'll be happy. Calafiori to score probably, and I would say Gyökeres or Barton Smelly Bolivian man. Yeah. I'm sorry, no. That's just a slander that people have for him. So hey, I just say that, yeah. And then I'll probably say Ismail Assar, who I actually need to put back in my FPL team. To score for Palace.
This comment is funny.
Yeah.
But anyways, finish what you're saying, Jack. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I said like 2-0 or 3-1. If it finishes 3-1, then Calafiori, Gyökeres, Saka, and probably Sarr for Palace will score. Yeah.
And Ketty nets this against his former club, Arsenal 2-2 Crystal Palace. I think they'll draw it. So I don't know why, though, bro. Arsenal will still be top of the league by 2 points.
Hold on, what did Fanbid predict? Oh no, he predicted Man City to beat us, and he was close with that, so I won't slander him. Yeah.
If City win this weekend, if you draw, you'll still be top by 2 points. So, whatever result, you guys still stay top anyways this weekend. So, but Prophet, what's your prediction? What's your prediction for this game, Arsenal Crystal Palace? I can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you, bro. I think his microphone's muted.
Yeah, I think he was having a glitch, so he's had to leave and rejoin.
No, I think in previous streams he cut off a few times as well, but I think it's just StreamYard doing some mad thing. I don't like StreamYard sometimes. I'll be honest with you. I don't have StreamYard right now, but listen, StreamYard, you need to work on your shit, bro. You need to work on your shit because StreamYard's been mad. The prices, bro, is expensive as well. StreamYard.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, bro. Sorry,
yeah, apologies, man. Wi-Fi issues again there. Yeah, I think it'll be an easier win than probably you guys would say. I think again, like I said, Arsenal, they're in their groove. They're feeling confident. They look confident. I'm actually gonna go with a 3-0 Arsenal win here.
Okay.
Go with a 3-0, and I think it'll be a comfortable one.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal. I think Arsenal will win, but it won't be easy. Like I said, the Atletico Madrid game might drain a little bit of energy in this game. I mean, I think Arsenal will still win, but like I said, a lot of the Arsenal players played midweek, especially a lot of the first team players. Timber, I think he played midweek as well. Who else was there? Obviously, you had Saka playing. You had Gabriel Saliba playing full game. A lot of the Arsenal 11 played the full game that day, so I think it's a bit. So I think you'll win, but I don't think you'll be fully energized for this game. I don't think you'll be like fully fit. You know what I'm trying to say? I think it'll be a tight game only because you played midweek. That's all.
So did Palace. I think 2 days afterwards as well.
But I don't know if Palace played a full team. That's the thing. Because I'm questioning how they lost 1-0. Because
they played their full team. Gehi, Mateta playing Ismail Assar.
That's actually a good point. Palace played a couple days earlier. Sorry, a couple days. What do you call
later?
It? Yeah, a couple days later, and then they'll have lesser time to rest. Maybe actually, maybe you could be right, but I'm still gonna go 2-1 Arsenal. Regardless, it'll still be a tough game. But I reckon you guys will win. Next game I think we'll go to. I think is
Brentford.
No. United Brighton a good game as well, or is that just?
I think Brentford Liverpool and Villa City. Isn't it?
Sorry.
Yeah, Brentford, Liverpool, and Aston Villa City are the other two games.
First, because City are second in the table, so I think we'll go in order, kind of. Villa, City picking up good form. Villa, not the best of results against Go Ahead Eagles. They lost 2-1 to the Dutch side in midweek in the Europa League. But that's their first loss in the Europa League. Obviously, I think Villa are still going to be a good side. Going away to Villa this season is not going to be easy. Obviously, the first few games wasn't a win, but then they picked up form, and then obviously they're now a bit of a blip. I don't know if they played a full team last night. I don't know. I don't remember if they did, but regardless, City going away to Villa in recent times hasn't always been easy for them. Hasn't been easy for Man City in recent times, has it?
I think they've lost their last 2 visits there.
3, no? Or 2 visits. 2 visits. Because they lost the
Oh
year that
no,
they
they
won.
haven't won in their last 3 visits. Good point.
Because
I
the year
think
that they
at
won the
least.
treble, Coutinho scored a goal that was controversially offside prior to the amazing goal, but that got chalked off. But sorry, bro, continue. You got you up there. Go on, Josh.
No, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Man City haven't won at Villa Park in their last 3 visits. I feel their last win was in December 2021, a 2-1 victory. Bernardo Silva with a wonderful volley there. Since then, a 1-1 draw with Aston Villa, unfortunate not to find the winner. A 1-0 Villa victory in December 2023. And obviously a 2-1 win in December 2024, last season. So this has been a pretty unhappy ground for City over the last few years. Law of averages with the quality of Manchester City's team would dictate that they at least avoid defeat here, and I think they will. I think they will avoid defeat. I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll win the game. I think they'll. I think it will be a draw between the two sides. Obviously, Villa. You mentioned Zakarin lost against Go Ahead Eagles during the week, but they were on a 5-game winning streak before that. So, to what extent can you really predict which way this is going to go? I feel one thing's for certain: Villa will be desperate to get back on form. Big up Josh EJ. Great name, by the way. I feel Villa will come out with a vengeance, as in they don't want to win, and they will be aware of their good record at home to City in recent years. But I think with former Erling Haaland's in, with their defence being shored up thanks to Pep's adaptation into a more pragmatic style, I think they'll be able to hold Villa off for long periods, nick a 1-goal advantage, and then I think Villa will peg them back late on, and it will be early drop points in the title race for them.
That's a closest call, Joshua Joseph.
He's such an agastic clone, that.
But yeah, Prophet, you want to go next?
Yeah, I think obviously Villa are going to want to bounce back from the loss against the Go Ahead Eagles last night. Won't be easy though, as Manchester City rock up to town, and that is not going to be an easy game. I know, obviously, Villa have got a good record against City at Villa Park. I'm tempted to go with a draw on this one. I'm tempted, but I feel Manchester City, them being on good form, they look like they've turned the corner. They are looking, well, they are the underdogs, I think, in this title race, personally. I feel Manchester City might just edge this one. So I'm going to go with a 2-1. I think they'll edge it, but only marginally. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw either.
Fair enough, Jack. You want to add next?
Well. I want to quickly just talk about the Go Ahead Eagles match during the week, because I'm seeing the fact that Lindelof was starting, Sancho as well was starting, and Bogard was starting as well, because they're usually on the bench, and obviously Lindelof was signed on a free transfer after the expire his contract at Man United. But yeah, like Villa had a very solid team, like playing for them. I mean, they had Cash on the bench. They've just got the usual lot on the bench, and like, I mean, I didn't watch it, but good result for the Eredivisie team from a club that Dan Crowley used to play for. If you know, you know.
Well, I think.
Yeah, but if you know, Josh, when I talk about Dan Crowley and whatnot, from a Arsenal Academy player. But yeah, it's going to be a good match. Obviously, Villa, as you mentioned before this match, on a good run of form. City also in a good run of form. They won against Villarreal in the south of Spain 2-0 on Tuesday. So yeah, this could very much be a tight game. I mean, my heart's telling me that I want Villa to win, obviously, because hey, if City drop points and we accumulate more points, get a bigger margin, then hey, we'll be happy. But we are only going into game week 9, so hey,
Yeah.
like you never know. I mean, Arsenal were 8 points clear in the 22-23 season, and we know what happened. We know what happened that season. So, hey, let's not talk about let's not dwell on that, should I say? But I'm gonna go for a draw as well. I'm gonna say 1-0, to be fair, just because Villa they've got the judge against Man City. They keep getting one up over them at Villa Park. If it were the Etihad, I would go for City because Villa just tend to shit themselves when they go there. But yeah, I'll go with 1-0. Watkins and probably Haaland. Yeah, that's just the go-to thing. Or Marlon, I'd say for Villa. So yeah.
I mean, you got to give credit to Erling Haaland. I mean, he's had a very, very good start to the season. Very, very good goal scoring form. I think he scored in every single game this season, if I'm not mistaken. In pretty much every single game this season, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. I think there was one win where no. Actually, there was one win where Man City scored and Mateus Nunes scored. I don't think Haaland scored that game, if not mistaken. There was one win that Man City won 1-0, but then Mateus Nunes scored. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this season. But from what I can think of, Haaland scored in every single game this season so far.
Apart from Spurs. Yeah.
Apart from the Spurs game, yeah. So, like I said, I mean, you got to give credit to Erling Haaland, but you're going away to Aston Villa, a place you haven't won there in 3 years, a ground that it gets up on their feet when the atmosphere is on a game like this. Atmosphere over there at Villa Park is electric, especially in a game against Man City. Last year we saw what happened. Man City were in poor run of form going into that Villa game, and then they ended up losing 2-1. Morgan Rogers, their former academy player, scored against Man City as well. City have been good this season, but in a game like this, you just never know what you can expect. You never know what you could expect. But let's see the comments real quick before I give our predictions. It's much easier to be the hunter than the hunted. It resonates in all sports existence. Haaland copied me. I can't lie with the red flag therapy thing. But yeah, I mean, obviously he mentioned earlier about Haaland also starting a YouTube channel. Haaland made a YouTube channel on all the black pill, man. They were angered. I don't know what you mean by that, but that's mad.
That's
Jamie
crazy.
Carragher
That is.
says Haaland is potentially the greatest goal scorer to ever play in the Premier League. I 100% agree. He's just a goal machine, a robot designed for the sole purpose to score goals. Is he the greatest goal scorer? Is he the greatest goal scorer to ever play in the Premier League?
Has to be. With the rate he's going up.
I mean, it's still Alan Shearer, isn't it? Or is it? Do you think?
I suppose. That's a debate for when Haaland has left, and so we can look back without any preconceived bias.
Fair enough. But the greatest player is a different topic. Greatest goal scorer is something else. Greatest players is a stretch, but greatest goal scorer, this is a shout. 96 goals in 104 matches. Yeah, that is mad. That is mad for a player. And you know the craziest part is, people don't even talk about the price tag. How much Man City got him for? The release clause they got him for, like 60-something million pounds.
51 million pounds, wasn't
it? That's a steal.
With agent fees were about 200 million, if I'm not wrong.
I don't know what Borussia Dortmund were doing with that, man. I'll be real. I don't know what they were doing with that. They lost the gem for like 51 million. You know what I mean? Shearer has the goal record of all time, 260 in the Prem, not the first division. That's Jimmy Greaves. Okay.
Yeah.
But Haaland. Sorry, go on, bro.
Just want to point out one thing. The only match that Haaland hasn't scored in where he's played was against Spurs. If we want to put a caveat on that, he didn't feature in the third round win in the EFL Cup against Huddersfield. But those are the only two matches that he hasn't scored in. But he didn't feature in the EFL Cup one. I just want to specify that. So yeah.
But Haaland just always seems to find a way to slot the ball into the net somehow. But yeah, score predictions, guys. Oh, sorry.
2-1. Yeah, I said 2-1 City.
Okay.
1-0.
Jack,
1.
Yeah. And Josh, you said what? You said
1-0.
1-0. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go 2-1 because City haven't won there in a few years. Going away to Villa Park is a different test for them. See how they can cope. Well, I won't be surprised if a result goes either way. But I'm gonna go 2-1 Villa. I think City are due a loss. City are due a loss. It's been a few games. They've gone on a good run. Villa have gone on a run. They've lost their first game in a while. Now, City, I don't see them going unbeaten for a long time, but they can go on a unbeaten run. But somehow, some way, there's no way they go unbeaten from now to the end of the season. If they do that, then they've won everything, pretty much. But I don't see that. I don't see that happening. But I'm gonna go 2-1 Aston Villa. What's the next game? What's the next game? We can talk about
Brentford, Liverpool.
probably Brentford, Liverpool. But who's third right now? Is it Bournemouth the third right now, or is it Tottenham?
No,
It's either
Tottenham.
Bournemouth or Liverpool, I think.
something like that.
Sorry.
I think we're still third currently.
Brentford, Liverpool. Might as well go there. Brentford, Liverpool.
No, Bournemouth are third. Bournemouth are third. On goal difference. No, it's wait. What? They're on the same. They're on the same goal difference, but I think it might be to do with like other matches
Goals
that have
conceded.
played out.
Yeah, goals conceded.
No, they're on the same goals conceded.
Goals scored then.
Goal score probably.
No, they've literally got the same number of goals scored, goals conceded.
Then it might be
Alphabetical, probably something like that.
Yeah,
No,
probably. Yeah,
No,
because
it might be head to head, unless they've not played.
no, it would
No,
be.
no,
because
Liverpool beat Bournemouth.
Liverpool beat Bournemouth.
It must be alphabetical. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Anyway, we
Then
digress.
it could be down to fair play. Fair
Yeah,
play.
that's fair. Yeah.
Fair play is the only
Understandable.
one I can think of because they use fair play in ways that maybe that's why I think Bournemouth are third. Maybe because of fair play. I don't know how many yellow cards Liverpool have this season compared to Bournemouth, but listen, if it's the same, then yeah. Imagine my amusement when I checked the table on Sunday when Bournemouth was third as well as Liverpool in fourth. Alphabetical order. Oh, okay. But I don't think it's alphabetical order. I think it's fair play. Yeah, I think it's profit Liverpool away at Brentford. Talk about the game. Don't give a prediction yet. Just give a little preview of the game first.
Yeah, so obviously we're coming off the back of that 5-1 victory away at Eintracht Frankfurt on a Wednesday night, which was a much needed victory to be fair, having lost 4 in a row. Chelsea away, Palace away, United at home, Galatasaray away. It was needed. We needed a performance and we needed a win. And I think we got that. We had a very good performance, put in a good display, scored 5 goals. And that's the first time I can look at Liverpool this season and say we won a game and we actually played well as well at the same time. Obviously, we won our first 5 games, but we didn't play well by winning them. On Wednesday night, I felt we won the game and we played well as well. I thought Wirtz was outstanding. I don't know if anyone watched the game, but Wirtz was brilliant. 2 assists. 2 assists. He was unlucky not to score as well. There was a free kick that was saved. Good save by the Frankfurt keeper. Salah being greedy, had he squared it to Wirtz, that would have been Wirtz's first goal. I think Jones was good as well. Robertson was good. Ekatike obviously was good as well. So it was a good win. A good win and a performance. But for me personally, I can't read too much into that win. I think this Brentford game tomorrow night will really, what's the word I'm looking for here? It'll really make or break the season, in my opinion. I think if we win this game, then I think we can look ahead. And us as Liverpool fans can really start to say, okay, we've turned the corner now. Now we can, push on, chase Arsenal and City for that first spot. I think if we lose or draw, it's just going to be the same problems again. Many questions on the manager, questions on the players. So I think it's a big game. It's a big game and we have to win. I'm kind of skeptical, I'll be totally honest. Part of me feels like we've turned the corner with the win against Frankfurt, but another part of me feels that could have just been a one-off game. Yeah, exactly. I feel like it could have been a one-off game. So I think this game tomorrow night will really say if we've turned the corner or not. So I'm kind of confident because I'm kind of optimistic we have turned the corner, but I'm also skeptical as well going into the game.
Rans here says bench Salah, Isak out. It doesn't help the team anyway. And Wirtz just clicked. So to start Wirtz, Ekatike, striker, Gakpo, left wing, and Chiesa right wing. Yeah, let's get it. Also,
Yeah,
I just saw your Instagram
Yeah,
story,
man.
Prophet, that Chiesa won the Player of the Month for Liverpool. Was it Premier League or Liverpool?
Yeah, he did our player of the month, which was a bit odd because he hasn't played much.
Deserved,
So
deservedly
is it-
so.
yeah,
I've been a big admirer of Chiesa, like I mentioned on your show, So Profit, and I mentioned on here many times. I mentioned how good Chiesa is as a player because I rate Chiesa, and obviously I like Italy in international football, and I trust me when I see Chiesa, when I see a player of Chiesa's quality being on the bench, I'm looking to find my way out because if if Salah's not in good form and Chiesa's just one player of the month and he doesn't start the next game, January I'd be thinking, all right, if Slot doesn't want to play me, I'm out
I
of here.
think with Chiesa as well, I think he's dealt with it extremely well. I think any other player would have just thrown their toys out the pram, kicked up a problem, but he's remained professional throughout the whole thing. He's kind of got the mentality of, okay, the manager isn't picking me. I'm going to head out to the training ground. I'm going to try and prove myself. Unfortunately for him, it seems like the manager just doesn't seem to. I hate to say it, but I do agree to an extent. It seems like the manager just doesn't take to him. So I think it's only going to end one way, unfortunately, and that is with Chiesa leaving the club, either in January or the summer.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. Because a player of Chiesa's quality, who before the injury was on a mad run. Obviously, he had that really bad injury. I think was it after the Euros, and then he started to pick up a lot of injuries.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was, and then he won that Euros with Italy, and then that's ever since then he's had really bad injuries. But since Chiesa's now come back, he scored in the League Cup final for you guys off the bench last season when he came on. If you had played him earlier, maybe could have got you another goal or two. So, like I said, you need to give Chiesa more game time. Drop Salah. Like I said this before. I think your front three right now should be Ekitike, Gakpo, and Chiesa.
100%.
Even after spending all that money, right now, in my opinion, for me, that should be the front three. Salah should be dropped. Isak, he's not 100% fit, so ease him back into the squad. I don't think Isak will be a bad player. People are slating Isak already. I don't think he's a bad player. I think Isak's a really good player. He's just having injury issues, fitness issues, not played for a while. So that could be something. I think you guys need to give Gravenberch his role back, play him in the defensive midfield role. And was it Robertson? I think Robertson needs to start. Robertson,
Yeah.
when he played the Ekitike, was a
What a pass
brilliant.
back at you.
That reminded me of an NFL pass down because like when you pass downfield, right? It reminds me of like a long pass from Tom Brady, kind of. And I know it's the wrong sport to compare, but it just reminded me a little bit of it just when he sent him through. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, I can't lie to you. That was a really, really good pass by Robertson downfield to Ekitike, who scored against his former club and didn't celebrate as well. So credit to him, didn't celebrate. Rightly so. I mean, they made him, and then now he's joined Liverpool for the right reasons. To be fair, hold on. One of the best players in the world during 2021. Yeah, he was up there for
100%.
sure. Words I feel it's time to shine. No more Ben 10 memes. Time to score the goals and net them assists. I don't think stats should be the focal point. I'll be honest with you. I think it should be more how he progresses the ball with the team.
Yeah, I think people are
10.
just overplaying it. I mean,
Yeah.
he will score eventually, but I think for now, the fact that he's getting involved in games more, he's getting a couple of assists. That's the main thing. The goals will come with time.
I could take the flair and the physicality to be a top number 9 once the season progresses. Surely, I think that red card kind of dampened him a little bit, but he's picked up since then. That red card might have been like, all right, Slot's told me off. I need to be more careful now. I've been dropped ever since. I need to pick up form, and these 2 goals could really mean a lot for him. Yeah, I do. I do. I like it when players don't celebrate against their former clubs, especially when Ronaldo scored against us. I didn't. He didn't celebrate against us. Obviously, he did celebrate the second time around, but that wasn't Fergie. He was the manager, so it was. That's why
It was
he
when
wasn't.
Mourinho was, I think, when they
Mourinho was.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why he celebrated. If it was Fergie, he wouldn't have. Because he loves Fergie as well. Götze against Bayern. Götze against Dortmund for Bayern. In Dortmund, he didn't celebrate. I can go on. Van Persie against Arsenal as well. Twice that season, he scored twice and didn't celebrate. He didn't celebrate, and
I did
Arsenal,
following season.
Did want to see.
he did the following season because Arsenal fans decided to hate on him.
Well, I mean, when you go to Manchester United, you're going to get hated on. I understand why you left, but you could have gone to Juventus, bro. Come on.
He had three choices. Yeah, United, stay at Arsenal, or go to Man City. He had three
No,
choices.
no. He had three choices: Manchester clubs or Juventus, and he chose United. I mean, probably the worst of the three.
Yeah.
But obviously, he wanted to win the Premier League, so, and he was right about the club. But anyway, this is about Liverpool. This is Prophet's time. I'm not.
I think
You know,
on this
gonna
one,
go.
yeah, there were other reasons at the time why Salah celebrated that goal.
The
Yeah, it was-
chant going around by Chelsea
Yeah,
fans, wasn't
Yeah.
It was the title. It was the title celebration. I think that wasn't title celebration. It was the title running. That's why he didn't celebrate. That's why he kind of celebrated. You know what I mean? He wasn't.
it? No, it was because Chelsea fans were singing that he's a bomber or something.
Yeah,
I'm not
that was
wrong.
it. Yeah, it was that.
Bad. All right, that is bad.
Okay, yeah.
And then people were saying Salah bombs it into the back of the net. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Talking
I
about,
think to answer Vanderman's question there about Kirkes, about Kirkes here. Again, I don't think he's I don't think Kirkes is it's another one of those where I think he just needs a bit of time. Obviously Kirkes was the best left back in the league last season, probably. I think you guys will agree as well. I think it's a bit of both. He needs time to settle in. And I think also again, this is Liverpool. You know, expectations at Liverpool are always going to be higher than they are at Bournemouth. So yeah, while Kirkes hasn't been great, again, I feel you have to give him time and the benefit of the doubt as well. That was to answer Vanderman's question there.
Hillsborough disaster. Yeah, that's not good, man. I can't lie.
Yeah.
But big up to you, King Khan. I'll get to your comments in just a little bit, people. If there's any other comments, let me get through them real quick. But regardless, you want to get to score predictions, or you have anything more to say, Prophet, on Liverpool? Unless you guys want anything on Liverpool as well.
Yeah, I think injuries wise, Frimpong is obviously going to be out for this game. He went off injured against Frankfurt, so he won't play. I think Stock confirmed as well in his press conference he's going to be out for a couple of weeks again, which isn't great. This is just someone who hardly got injured at Leverkusen. He's come to Liverpool now and he's picked up 2 injuries in a relative succession. So, you know, we'll see what happens there. Isak also, he wasn't injured, but he did go off. So he's playing with a bit of a niggle. I don't think Stock will risk him. Well, I don't think Stock starts him against Brentford. So, yeah, injuries wise. Score prediction, it's a close one. I think I'm going to be optimistic. I think we have turned a corner. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 win. I'm going to go with a 2-1 away win. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw either.
Josh and Jack, have you given your opinions on Liverpool and Brentford yet? Or you haven't really said anything on Liverpool yet?
Well, I feel, isn't it true that Salah's taken Liverpool out of his bio or something?
Yeah. So he's changed his Twitter PFP picture to just a regular one. I think he removed some Liverpool posts, and apparently, not sure if it's true, but he apparently unfollowed the club as well on Twitter, which was a bit of an odd one.
Well, he gets benched for like 2 Champions League games and that's like that.
It's poor behaviour, really poor.
Very poor. And also regarding both of you about Chiesa, I mean, to add on to the ridiculousness of him not playing, didn't he cost you only £13 million?
Exactly. Yeah.
That is absolute penny pinching, and like surely you'd want to get the best out of a player that cheap because of the quality that he has. But I mean, I do agree with you, Prophet. It almost feels like Slot's got a personal vendetta against him, and I felt the same way about Arteta with players for many years. I thought he was against Saliba at first. Luckily, he came back in, and you can see why we were calling for him to start for us for so long and not go out on loan. But I digress. I feel Frankfurt. It was a good Liverpool performance. There's no taking away from that, especially from the likes of Wirtz. But I feel Frankfurt played right into their hands. I feel Frankfurt really played right into their hands, and I don't think Brentford will. I think Brentford will make it very tough. And honestly, I don't see Liverpool winning personally, considering it is at the G-Tech under the lights. We know how horrible it is against Brentford under the lights away from home.
You've struggled there as well in the past, so
Liverpool lost there.
When they
You lost there a few years ago as well. I think you lost 3-1.
I think when they first got promoted, we drew 3-3 up there, which was a crazy game. The year after we lost 3-1, yeah. So it's not an easy ground. Last season as well, we needed 2 Nunes injury time goals to win the game. So it's not an easy place to go.
Without a shadow of a doubt. I think Brentford's aerial ability will cause Liverpool a few problems, even if they do have Van Dijk and Konate at the back. And I'm leaning towards this is a bit of a ballsy shout. I think I might I'll go with a 2-2 draw. I was going to go tier 1 Brentford, but I think Liverpool will scrap something from this game because I do think they have gained some confidence after their performance in Frankfurt, and I think they'll get back on they'll get back to putting their chances away, which has been a big problem for us over the last few weeks. But Brentford will peg them back, and it will feel like another hammer blow, even though it is still early in the season in terms of retaining their Premier League title.
Yeah, good West Ham pun from Josh S. Speaking of which, they are playing in the 8:00 kickoff at Ellen Road against Leeds, which we'll get into later. But yeah, 8:00 kickoff tomorrow. Brentford, Liverpool. I have a G-Tech. Big ups to Brentford. I know I've been bigging them up a lot this season, but hey, that's what you do. That's what you do. That's what I do in it. Big ups to West London and whatnot. Anyway, regardless, like Brentford, they obviously won 2-0 on the Monday night kickoff at the London Stadium against West Ham. So then they're in a solid run of form, to be honest. Like they've been good this season. And shout out to Keith Andrews. I know we keep doing that, but hey, he's been class. And obviously, Brentford against the quote-unquote Big Six this season. Like, they've done well. I mean, they obviously drew to Chelsea recently, beat Man United. Nathan Collins should have been sent off in that match. That's for sure. And obviously, they lost 1-0 to City, but hey, that was a very open game. Who knows what could have happened in that match? Had Shada put away that chance. I can't remember what about it was in a game, but yeah, Brentford have been solid this season, and long may that continue. As for Liverpool, obviously they won 5-1 two days ago against Eintracht Frankfurt, who defensively this season have been shit, as we mentioned on the ECL preview prediction show, in terms of like how they haven't kept a clean sheet since beating Engers in the DFB Pokal back in, I believe it was August. So yeah, it wasn't a surprise that Liverpool beat them, or that Liverpool just trounced their defense because they were playing a really high line. Obviously, this is Jordan Henderson's first match against his old club since he left Liverpool back in 2023. Sepp van der Berg is playing against his old club as well, the Dutch centre back, who they signed from. I can't remember which team it was in Eredivisie, probably like Nek Breda or Willem II. And like Brentford, obviously they're solid. Liverpool, solid team, although Sabozza is going to have to go back to doing his fullback shifts and whatnot because of the Frimpong injury. I'm not sure if it's calf or hamstring, something like that. And that's probably going to mean that Curtis Jones is going to be restored back into the team. And all this sort of like Salah, sort of like all these problems surrounding Salah, like just get on with it. You earn 400 grand a week for crying out loud. You're earning more than what we'll probably earn throughout the rest of our lives, to be fair, collectively per week. And yeah, just get on with it. Just if you're on the bench because the manager's put you there, just use your fucking cojones, use your flipping brain. You haven't played that well this season thus far. Just get on with it. And yeah, this will for sure, in my view, be a good game at the G-Tech, just by Gunsbury Station on the district line. So just being really nerdy there and whatnot. But yeah, this will hopefully be a good game. Wait. Yeah,
Sorry.
that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, you look at your bank account and you got, say, 1,000 for even less than these flipping footballers have who have all this money and whatnot. And there's a certain video, I can't remember what it's about, but it's like some brother speaking in Spanish talking about like footballers. They have all this sort of like rich
Ackerman knows.
stuff. Yeah, Ackerman knows. I can't remember the name of it, but
You get to
well,
fuck the best
yeah.
girls, you get to drive the best cars, and you still can't complete a 5-yard
Oh,
pass.
yeah, it's along the lines of that, and
Even-
essentially that's essentially the message I'm trying to portray. Like you're being paid. Yeah,
I watched
X,
I
Y,
watched
Z and whatnot.
when Gakpo missed the open goal. They did when Gakpo missed the open goal. It was hilarious when I watched it back. Because just thinking about, well, the fact that we won the game because of that miss, like literally that miss alone won us the game. Like, because Gakpo missed a wide open header, and then they said, "Viva in one country," and then
That's it. That's it. You live in a country. That's it. And also, Kelleher's facing his old team, who makes Liverpool as well. Hopefully, this will be a good match. Yeah, I'll pass on to Prophet if he's got any. Wait, have you already addressed this match, Prophet? Sorry.
Yeah, on the Salah thing, honestly, I don't think he should be starting tomorrow night. There's no reason at all why he should be start. There's no reason at all why he should start tomorrow night. Unfortunately, I think it's more likely that he does start again than he doesn't. I think Slot showed that he can make the tough decisions. He can drop Mohamed Salah when he wants to. The issue is, can he do it on a consistent basis? And I don't know. I genuinely don't know. While Salah shouldn't play tomorrow, Jesus will be playing over him. I wouldn't be surprised if come 7 o'clock tomorrow, when I look at the team sheet, Mohamed Salah's back playing off the right side.
Fair enough. I think you want to get the score predictions now, Josh and Jack.
I said 2-1 Brentford.
You said what? Brentford is something?
I said 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw.
And I'm going to have to leave now, lads. Something's come up. But thank you for having me again, Akevin.
No
and
worries,
good luck with the rest of the show. I'll still pop up in chat, don't worry.
Don't worry about it, bro. Take care. Have a good rest of it. And also, what's your FPL team looking at for this week? Just quickly.
Oh no, my team is completely unchanged, except I've brought Semenyo win for Salah.
Okay.
Okay, and I've swapped Rangers out for Grealish as well.
And leave the rest of your score predictions in the chat as well if you can, bro.
Yeah, I will. Big up.
Okay, bro.
So.
Okay, bro. Have a good day. Shout out to Josh every single time. But anyways, I think we're gonna move on to. Obviously, I haven't given my score prediction yet. I think I'm gonna go with a 2-1 Brentford. Unfortunately, bro, because like I said, it's kind of I don't know. Going away to the G-Tech isn't always easy. I can speak.
It's a really tough ground to go. I agree with you. 100%.
Very tough ground. I mean,
having said that, though, I'd be very surprised if we lost 4 Premier League games in a row. I would say I can see a draw, but if we lose 4 in a row, I'd be, it's just more pressure on Slot and the players, isn't it?
Renvier says 3-1 Liverpool. Fair enough. But I think let's move on to the next game now. Which is, I think let's go on to United, or you want to go to Spurs Everton first?
Yeah, we'll go United. We'll just go on to the United one.
United, Brighton. Look, it's been a week, but we're back down to earth after the Anfield result. But listen, like I said, it's about continuing the good run of form now. I mean, you win 2 games in a row. You beat Sunderland, a home tough team who have had a very good start to the season. I'm not going to discredit Sunderland one bit. They are a good side, and they will be a tough side for anyone to go away to. Liverpool away, even if they've been on poor form, going away to Anfield is never easy. We're the first team to win Anfield as well this season, so that's something that I can say that wow, we finally ended that run. But it's about getting 3 points away at home to Brighton. and I expect us to continue that good run of form. And people say, is it really a good run of form? Well, two wins and two. I think you have to push on from here. I mean, Brighton, we've not beaten Brighton for 3 years at home. We've not beaten Brighton for 3 years. Three home games in a row, we've not beaten Brighton. But having said all that, I hope and I expect Man United to go home and to put in a performance and maybe get the win. I say maybe because I'm still a bit skeptical of the game. However, I believe that United should be able to get over the line, but just about. I think with injuries, Mazraoui's coming back. Maguire might be out for this game. Mount might be out for this game. Both players having picked up a knock in the Anfield game. Even if Mason Mount was on it, wasn't Mason Mount on the yellow card? He was subbed off because he picked up a knock. Maguire also picked up a knock. So like I said, it's about continuing the good run of form and let's hope we can win. King Khan here does say earlier when he joined, he brought some comments and he said that. Hold on, let me bring it up here. Here it is. Just bring it up. I'm not sure in Brighton because we lose against them usually, but like I said, runs have to come to an end. They have to.
100%.
They have to, because it's all well and good talking about we've not beaten them in 3 years. It's about going at home and putting a performance. We've won 3 games in a row at Old Trafford. Hopefully that continues. Thing is, the keeper, Senna Lamens, has come in and made a huge impact at the back, commanding his box, claiming crosses. Our defense has improved slightly. De Ligt has been really, really good this season. People might think, United are where they are because De Ligt is why. De Ligt is really, really good. I'll be real. De Ligt is very, very good. You might say, Man United are shit, this and that. Defensively, we're conceding a lot of goals. But there's one player that really stands out in the back, and that's Matthias de Ligt. He's been immense this season for us so far. Made some really crucial tackles, been solid at the back. I hope he can continue that good run of form. Midfield wise, not the best midfield, but it's a midfield that should hopefully get us a win. Lamens has changed a lot too. And Mbeumo Ahmad is dangerous. Cunha is great, but it's fed by bombs and Dallin Dorgu. Facts. Dorgu, I wouldn't say Dorgu is a bum though. I think Dorgu is a good player, but he's not been on good form defensively. Defensively, he's not amazing. But listen, hopefully that changes. Hopefully improves. But like I said, hopefully we can get the win. Hopefully we can go home and pick up the points, because we need to win. We need to pick up consistent results. The next 3 games we got Brighton at home, Spurs away, then Forest away. I expect minimum 7 points. I'm looking at 7 points because you go away to Forest, you have to win that. They've not been on good form in the Premier League. You have to go with there and win. Even if they have a new manager, go to Forest and win. Spurs away, we've not won there in 2 years. We've not won there like 4 or 5 matches already, because we lost there. We lost last year
as well, I think. Yeah.
We lost in the cup, and we lost that in the league. So 3 games that we haven't beat. So no, hold on. 4 matches we haven't won, because we beat them away. We beat them away when Ronaldo was here. Ronaldo scored in that game as well. He scored that volley at the box. So yeah, like I said, we have to turn up. I
think you beat. Yeah.
Sorry, go on. It's okay, bro.
I was going to say you beat them at home, but that was at home, innit? After you talking about away from home.
No.
Away from home.
We're playing at home. Old Trafford. But let's just get to the comments real quick, and we'll give our predictions. You guys want to give your thoughts on United? Of course, our midfield is not feeling shit after with Bruno out of position. If they can't turn up against Brighton, no chance of winning. We'll have a decent season. Fair enough. I think we'll have a decent season. They beat Liverpool at Anfield for the first time in 9 years. We got to beat Brighton for the first time in 3 years at home. Brighton are not an easy team. They're not an easy team.
They're not. They're very good.
About time we end these runs, end these stupid little runs that teams are creating against us, and time to really raise the bar, because if you're picking up results now, you're looking at a few points off second, third, and that's where I'm looking at like, wow, for the start United had, this is good. We didn't have a good start to the season, but this right here is good. Where we are right now, it's good. It's not great, but it's good. It's good for where United should maybe want to be, a side that United want to be in the future. But listen, that's something I will take for now, and then maybe we shall see what we do in the FA Cup. So if they can't turn up now, we are at home against an inferior opposition. Obviously, Brighton, I think compared to Liverpool's firepower, I see no excuse for the player to turn up. Facts. But Prophet, you want to say something, bro? You want to say anything on the game?
On this game, okay, so obviously United big win last weekend at Anfield against us. So yeah, you're coming into the game on good form. Back-to-back wins, like you said, first time in Amram's United career. 2-0 Sunderland, 2-1
Wins
last
in
weekend.
in the Premier League.
Yeah, but then you also mentioned the form against Brighton recently, and like I said, like you said as well, Brighton are a very good side. I think they've got a decent manager in Fabian Hertzler who's done bits. And they always try and play. They always try and play football in the right manner. So yeah, I don't think this will be an easy game for United. And honestly, I think I said this the other day as well. How typical would it be for United to go to Anfield, win the game 2-1, then the following week at home to Brighton have a shocking result? I don't think it's I don't think it's outside the realms of possibility for that to happen.
Yeah,
of course. So honestly, I feel that could happen. I'll be totally honest. I feel that could very well happen. Yeah, I think Brighton could definitely turn up and pull an upset here. They've done well their last couple of visits at Old Trafford, so I can see more of the same. I think they can rock up and cause United more problems.
fair enough. Jack, what's your prediction then? Sorry, what's your preview for this game? A little preview of the Brighton and Man United at Old Trafford.
Well,
Brighton.
To be honest,
Because obviously you are studying in Brighton. You are you do see a few Brighton games at times, don't you?
well, on TV, that's mainly where I watch Brighton games. I can't be bothered to go down to the Amex and whatnot, even though it's like 20 minutes, half an hour away. But anyway, regardless, obviously, as you mentioned, Brighton's form out of Trafford against United, I mean, it speaks for itself. Like Brighton, every time they face United, they want blood. They want blood. They want to just absolutely they want to get revenge for the 19. I can't remember when it was, 1980s or something like that, when Brighton were in the FA Cup final and lost to United. They got a whole sort of like poster thing they have at the Amex Stadium near sort of like the media bit. So yeah. Yeah. And obviously United, they're at the back of the massive win at Anfield, first one in 9 years for the Red Devils. And Brighton, yeah, they beat Newcastle 2-1 last weekend. So yeah, hopefully just be a good match. I'm still backing Brighton to win, to be fair. Just because of recent form. Just because of recent form in the past few years. And I think Brighton have had a better start to a season than United. I'll just be brutally honest. Yeah, there you go, 1983. Okay, I was thinking 84 to be fair, but I think that was from Watford in the FA Cup final. Let's not speak about that. Nearly won a league that season. Anyway, regardless, yeah, I think Brighton will win, but I definitely think United will give them a run for their money as well. I'm probably gonna say 2-1 Brighton. I'm only saying it because of Brighton's record recently out of Trafford. Like there's now sort of like distaste in it. I'm just being brutally honest.
Would you be surprised if United won the game, or would you be?
No, far from it. I mean, obviously, I'm saying I want Brighton to win, but if United win, hey, I'll put my hands up, say big ups to the team, because there's no excuse. There's no excuse to go out there and you play for a team like Manchester United, who historically they're the biggest team in England. They're the biggest team in England. or joint biggest with Liverpool.
Profit on another show.
Yeah, I'm not trying to piss Profit off. So I'm saying like they're easily Man United and Liverpool. They're the top two teams in English football. United, I'd say more so in like the past 20 years, they've been better than Liverpool. But obviously Liverpool back on the up now. Obviously, 2 Premier League titles, multiple Champions Leagues in the past 20 years. So hey, I digress. But yeah. If United win this weekend, fair play. If Brighton win, fair play. Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, I'm gonna go with in my heart, 2-1 Man United. In my head, I don't know. Probably the same, 2-1 United. Like I said, I think it's about time we have to end that run at Brighton, because people last week were saying you're not going to get smoked at Anfield last week. A lot of people were saying you're not going to get smoked. You're not going to get smoked. It's the same this week. It's the same feeling this week. Honestly, I can't lie to you. It's kind of the same thing this week. We have to go into this game. Brighton are not an easy team, although they have come to Old Trafford and won in recent times. I need Man United to really turn up this weekend. It's all well and good turning up against Liverpool, Chelsea, and all these sides, but it's against the Brightons, the Fulhams, the Sunderlands, and all. You have to turn up against these guys because you play them more times. You played the lesser sides more times than you do the big six sides. So you have to turn up against them sides more than you do big six sides. Big six sides, you should turn up against them as well, but it's the lesser sides you must turn up against them. So I'm saying United must win this game, and United have to pick up form. It's a fucking joke. Why can't these players have consistently? That's the thing, bro. That's the only thing. It's consistency. And Old Trafford, we've done well this season at Old Trafford, to be fair. So listen, I hope that continues. This is Bournemouth as well. No two consecutive wins in the Prem since April last year's. Yeah, but listen, about time we change that now, and about time we go and win this game. Next game, I think we'll move on now. Unless you guys want to add anything more about the game, real quick.
Oh yeah, I think this game's I think it's perfectly set up for banana skin here. I think it's just poetic that United go away to Liverpool last weekend win, and then they come back this weekend and
it happens.
They get a bit of reality check. So
you go and you go drop points against the small
exactly.
side.
So I think
I've seen it before.
I think again, I don't see United winning this game, but I could be wrong. I'll be totally honest. Obviously, the record against Brighton as well. I'm not going to predict United to lose because I don't think they'll lose. But I think this ends in a draw. I'm going to go with a 2-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think it ends in a draw? Okay. Fair enough. But I think we'll move on to the next game. I think Everton Spurs is the next big game to talk about.
Ooh, that'll be an interesting game.
We'll do Everton Spurs. Actually, you want to do FPL first because the deadline's actually in half an hour. Let's do FPL first.
Yeah, that's yeah. I don't play FPL, so that'll be you and Jack, I think.
Jack, quickly, what's your FPL team this week? Out of this week, real quick.
I'm literally in the process of making changes. I'm taking Neco Williams out. I'm probably gonna put in. Ooh, I don't know actually. To be honest, I might actually have to back and go for a Liverpool defender. To be fair,
I'm taking Salah out, and I'm gonna replace him with either NDI or Grealish, because I took NDI out last week.
Oh, you know what? Screw! I'm putting Senesi in. I'm literally just doing this right now. Putting Senesi in for Williams, and I'm taking out Strand Larson. This guy's a bum. This guy is an absolute bum.
So I've so far I brought in Multimata for Pedro, and my other player. I'm thinking of taking Salah out for Grealish or NDI. One of them two. Who should I bring in? NDI or Grealish for Salah? Because I can save up a lot of money for this, and I have 2 free transfers this week, so I'm using my 2 free transfers right now. I have no choice, but I might as well use it now.
I'll just be honest. Subjectively, I'd say NDI. I think I'm not sure
Grealish?
actually how many points he's actually got over Grealish, but I'd still say NDI. I think I might bring Ekatike in for Strand Larsen or Voltemada. Depends, though. To be fair,
Total points, NDI has more than Grealish by 4 points.
okay, yeah. So it is 6.5 done the other. Like you do you essentially.
Mm.
Well, actually, Igor Thiago might be a shout, but I've already got like Bowen, so I don't know.
I'll bring NDI back. No problem. I'll do that.
Okay, I'll put Ekatike.
Should I keep Kudus?
I can't remember who Spurs are playing this week. Wait, sorry, they're playing Everton. My bad.
Spurs.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. You do you. You do you. That's what I say.
Okay. I think I'll just keep it this way. But cool.
Anyway, this is my team. I probably will make some changes. So yeah, Raya,
You have
Ruben
Gueye, and who else
Dish,
was the other guy?
Senesi,
Who
then
knows?
I've got Munoz, Gahi,
Esteve?
and then Bowen, Ekatike, Gyökeres, and then on the bench, Areola, Kirkes, Grealish, and McAllister. But yeah, I probably will switch it around. I'll probably put Grealish on the bench. I don't know, or maybe Ezra on the bench. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Fair enough.
Actually, I'm gonna bench Grealish. Yeah.
Should I take a hit and go for Mateta instead? Mateta and should I take minus 4 points and go for Mateta as well?
I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to you. That's what I'd say.
I think I'm good actually. Yeah, this is good. So far, so I'm done with my team, and yeah, so far so good. So far so good. But yeah, I think I'm gonna captain Haaland still. Who's your captain? Haaland still?
Gyökeres.
Gyökeres. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm probably
Actually, no. I think this week I might captain Ekatike. To be fair.
Okay. Ekatike is fair. Prophet, would you agree with that? Ekatike, do you think he has a good chance of scoring?
Okay, so I don't know nothing about FPL, but I'm always going to back a Liverpool player. So yeah, I'd go with Ekatike 100%.
Okay, I really hope this doesn't bite me in the ass. I really hope this doesn't, because I've got Semenyo vice captain as well. So yeah.
Player in goal: Gabriel, Van de Ven, Gueye, Senesi, Semenyo, NDI, Kudus, Rangers, Haaland, and Voltemada. I was gonna bring in Mateta for Gueye because I have enough money. So far right now in my transfers, so far I've got 8.7 million left to spend, and I have 0 free transfers left. Why? It's because I took Salah out, and I've saved up a lot of money, so I could bring in Mateta next week for good money. But regardless, I think that's the team. What's your team looking like again? You said your team already.
So Raya, Gahi, Kirkes, Senesi, Ruben Dish, Ezra, Semenyo, Ndiaye, Bowen, Ekatike, and Gyökeres, and then on the bench, Areola, Munoz, Grealish, and McAllister. But honestly, I might actually bench Bowen. It depends. It seriously depends. If he has like an Everton sort of performance he had against Everton, 3 match days ago where he got 9 points. Yeah, it all depends on that. Realistically.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's FPL. I think we're done with FPL now. Next game we'll talk about is obviously Everton Spurs. That's in the title, so we'll go with what the title says. Everton Spurs.
I think this will be an interesting game.
Go on, Prophet. Go on, bro.
I think this would be an interesting game here. Obviously, Everton they've had a pretty decent start to the season. They're doing pretty well under David Moyes. I think he's a very good manager as well. Is this at Goodison or is it at the Tottenham Stadium?
Goodison.
Is a Goodison Park. Sorry, is it Hill Dickinson? Should I say?
Goodison Park. Yeah, it's Hill
sorry.
Dickinson now. Yeah.
Hill Dickinson, yes. Hill
Yeah.
Dickinson.
So yeah, Everton at home as well, having the home advantage. I think they beat Spurs last season as well at home. So again, I think this will be a very interesting. Yeah,
they won
I think
3-2.
so I think this will be a very interesting game. Obviously, Spurs coming off the back of the 2-1 Villa loss, they're going to want to bounce back from this one.
They were 3-0 up inside 15 minutes. I think Everton.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
but sorry.
Obviously, Spurs coming back from a 2-1 loss against Villa last weekend, they're going to want to bounce back. Can't remember off the top of my head who Everton played last weekend. If one of you guys maybe knows that,
City.
City, yeah, they played City and they lost. Yeah.
They lost
so
2-0.
both teams.
First played Villa and lost 2-1 as well. So both teams going to lose.
Both teams coming off the back of a loss, they're going to want to bounce back.
Well, Spurs 0-0.
Yeah,
but
I think this one being at home, honestly, I'm torn where to go. I don't think this would be a walk in the park. I think a lot of people probably expect Spurs to go there and win. Honestly, Everton are a good side. They were well-drilled machines. So I think this has got makings to be an interesting game. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is a pretty high-scoring one as well.
Jack?
Yeah, I sort of agree with what Prophet's saying. I remember, was it 2021? There's that FA Cup or League Cup match was like 5 for Everton, I think, or like 4 for Everton, like a few years ago. So hey, if that happened again, and it went in a favour of Everton, hey, it would be awesome. Particularly for the neutral. I know that Prophet isn't essentially neutral in this sort of game. Obviously, he wants Moise to lose. I'm not sure if that's his complete opinion, but yeah. Honestly, Moise against Frank. To be frank, and pun intended with that.
Of course.
Hopefully, this will be a good match. Hey, I know I'm repeating myself in a way. I'm sounding like a broken clock, but hey, if Ndiaye does what he does in the big games, hey, we're gonna be cooking. And it's just good again to see Moyes back of a club where he made his reputation in a way. I could be sounding really demeaning there, but like he was absolutely stellar for Everton during the 10-year period he was at the club, because he joined them back in 2003, I think it was, or like 2002. So yeah, just classic sort of proper Premier League match. Yeah, come on, Everton. Yeah, what are your thoughts, Ackerman?
On the game?
Yeah, on the game. Yeah.
I can't lie to you. I'm a little bit like, I'm a bit skeptical of Spurs. I mean, obviously, I did praise Spurs at the start of the season. I did say that they were improving. They were, sort of that they were on the upward trajectory with Thomas Frank, but they have been a bit inconsistent lately. I remember at the start of the year they beat City. They ended up winning their first game of the season against Wolves. They ended up, so what was against Wolves? It was against Burnley. Excuse me, Burnley. Yes, Burnley. And then they dropped point. Then they lost to Bournemouth, and then results just started to tail off from there, and they've not the same ever since. So going away to the Hill Dickinson Stadium for the first time ever in their history, I'm going to say 2-1 Everton. I think Everton last year at Goodison got the best of Spurs. Spurs away at Goodison might not be easy. Obviously, Spurs also were 2-0 down away at Brighton, and then they came back and won the game. But then again, that's like Spurs like odd
Drew the
draw.
game, I
Odd...
think, though.
No,
Sorry?
they drew.
It was a draw, I think, that Brighton one.
Yeah, they
It
drew
was,
2-2.
yeah.
They drew 2-2 that game. Yes, they came back from 2-0 down to draw that game. It was the odd Spurs result away at Brighton. You know what I'm trying to say? It was an odd result. But yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 Everton. I just think Everton might have a bit for Spurs. They might have something in their locker. I think obviously, like I said, Everton's first game against Spurs at the new Hill Dixon Stadium. They've not lost there yet, have they? Or had they lost already? If I'm not mistaken,
I don't think so. No.
they've not lost yet, have they? Everton at home. That's a good start at home for Everton. Very good start at home for Everton. They even beat Crystal Palace at home. So if that gives Arsenal a bit of hope for this weekend, I think that should. But yeah, 2-1 Everton for me. What are you guys' predictions on this one?
I'm feeling the same, to be fair. I think Everton first game against Tottenham at the new stadium. Everton obviously looking good at home, unbeaten at home. Like you said there as well, Tottenham started off well. They've kind of become a bit inconsistent since. A bit hit and miss, losing the odd one, winning the odd one, drawing the odd one. Again, I think this is just tailor-made for Everton to win. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 Everton victory as well. I hate to say it, but I think Everton get the win here.
Yeah, that's fair. Jack,
sound like broken record here. Yeah, 2-1 Everton. India masterclass, hopefully.
I need that. I have my FPL.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, probably. What was your score prediction again, bro? Probably
2-1 Everton as well.
2-1. So we all went 2-1 Everton. Okay.
Yeah.
And Josh also went 2-1 Everton. So it's a full house 2-1 Everton. Fair enough. But I guess we'll move on to the next game now. Chelsea Sunderland next.
Is this at the Bridge or is it at the Sunderland ground?
Few wins in a row. Few wins in a row. What was it, 4 now? Is that 4 wins in a row now for Chelsea? 5 wins in a row now?
If you count the Champions League one as well, yeah.
Benfica, they beat Liverpool, they beat, what was it last weekend? Who did they beat?
Forest and Ajax as well.
Ajax 5-1. So Chelsea on a 4-game win streak now, and going into this game should be full of confidence, pretty much. And like I said, Chelsea picking up form, defenders coming back from injury, players, obviously suspension. Chelsea do have a bit of a disciplinary issue at the moment, but with the red cards and everything there. But Prophet, you want to say something on the game, bro? Go ahead.
I agree with you. I think Chelsea, they're in a good run of form at the moment. 5 wins in a row. They look good as well. They scored 5 against Ajax, 3 against Forest. Very good against us as well. And honestly, I was a bit skeptical of Chelsea. I said that they could struggle for top 4. I don't think they will. I think they'll get top 4 easily, or top 5, whichever one it is now. I'm not too sure. But yeah, as for this game at home to Sunderland, again, Sunderland have had a good start to the season. I expected Sunderland to get relegated, to be fair. And I think they're sat in the top half of the table at the moment, so they've done incredibly well. However, I feel going to the Bridge against Chelsea will be a bit of a step too far for them, so I think it'll be a Chelsea win, a comfortable one as well.
Chuck, prediction?
Yeah.
Preview the game first, and then prediction.
Well, pause in advance, but I just want to throw it back to the prediction, the Champions League predictions we made, and I remember I said it was going to be like a belt to the ass, Chelsea against Ajax. I obviously got wrong like how many wins Ajax had in Eredivisie, but hey, I was correct. I was correct with the prediction, although it didn't finish 4-0.
I said 4-0 Chelsea. I said 4-0
it did
Chelsea.
finish 5-1. So
5-1
for goal difference purposes.
Yeah.
Chelsea won the match by a 4-goal margin. So hey, we could put our hands up and just be like, yeah, we get bragging rights for that. We get brownie points for that. Anyway, regardless, yeah, Chelsea, good run of form. They're going to win this realistically. They're going to win this. Like this is what you need. This is what you need. You go on, say, a crap run of form at the start of the season. Say you draw like 2 or 3 matches. People are calling for like the manager to be sacked or like changes to be made, and then bam, you go on a good run of form. You beat Lincoln in the cup. You win 2 of the 3 Champions League matches thus far. Obviously, there's the loss to Bayern, which is expected because Bayern have been is much, let's just say, the best team in Europe thus far. domestic competitions, but also on a continental stage. So yeah, but it's nothing to be ashamed of, and yeah, hopefully, realistically, let's just be honest, Chelsea are going to win this. And yeah, what are your thoughts, Prophet? Or have you already?
Yeah, Prophet's given his thoughts already.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I just think, look, like I said, Chelsea, good run of form, good run of games. They should be able to beat Sunderland at home. Sunderland are a good team. They have had a good start to the season. But then again, with Chelsea, we're talking about with some really good players with good squad depth. I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea. I think Chelsea should be able to win this game quite comfortably. Josh here says 3-1 Chelsea, which is also fair. That's a fair prediction for that game. And yeah, I mean that's a fair prediction. I mean Chelsea have been good this season. Obviously conceding a few goals here and there, disciplinary issues, but they should be able to fix that. Even against Sunderland, I think they should be able to win this game at home. Obviously with Granit Xhaka, he's a really good player. You obviously got who's Sunderland? Was it Sunderland striker again? Or was it
Wilson Isidore?
Isidore. So yeah, he's gonna be a threat. But listen, I think Chelsea should be able to get this game. Chelsea should be able to win this game quite comfortably. So I'm gonna go 2-0 Chelsea. Next game we've got.
Wait. Give me a sec. I haven't made my prediction. I'm also just gonna say 2-0 Chelsea, and I also just want to cite this as well. Last time that
please go ahead, bro.
Sunderland won at Stamford Bridge was April of 2014, 2-1 win. I can't remember who it was. It was like Giacalini or like Borini scored for the Black Cats at the time, but it also ended Mourinho's 77 game unbeaten run at home for Chelsea, which I assume stretched back to his previous stint back in like 2007 or whatever it was. So that sort of time. So yeah. Oh yeah, Barini did score. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 3-0 win to Chelsea.
Okay, that's fair. But I think we'll move on now to the next game.
What is the next? Yeah.
Let's go to which of the games should be there? Obviously, there's Bournemouth against Forest. That's gonna be a good game. Wolves Burnley we still have left, and one more game I think we haven't previewed yet is two more: Newcastle Fulham and Leeds against West Ham. Leeds against West Ham is actually the game that's about to start in an hour and a half. An hour. So yeah, I mean, unless you guys want to talk about that game first, or you want to talk about actually no, Bournemouth against Forest predictions.
Okay, so is this at Forest or Bournemouth?
Bournemouth.
It's a Dean Court, as in it's a Bournemouth. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously Bournemouth doing well. You know, losing Kirkes, etc. They've done pretty well this season. Forest obviously got the new manager bounce yesterday. They beat Porto 2-0 in the Europa League. They look pretty good as well. I don't know if anyone watched the game. They look a lot more well organised. I think Dice has only had 2 days there, and he's got them a lot more well organised by the looks of it. For this game, however, I feel Bournemouth are the better team, and I think Bournemouth get the win here. So I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win to Bournemouth.
Do you know who used to coach? Do you know who Sean Dyche used to coach in that Forest team? I just clocked.
Gibbs White, is it something like that?
Chris Wood.
No.
Oh, Chris Wood. That's it for Burnley. Yeah.
Chris Wood. Oh yeah, for Burnley.
Yeah.
I clocked it. He used to coach Chris Wood, so Chris Wood might be back in goals. He might be back in goals. We shall see. But Bournemouth were involved in a very good game last week, away at Crystal Palace, a classic 3-3 game. That could be one of the best games of the season. Even though I didn't watch the game, obviously with Mateta having a hat trick, could have bagged the winner or whatnot. But Bournemouth, I mean, Iraola had them play some really good football this season so far. Mm-hmm. But I mean, Forest are not an easy side. Obviously, like I said, new manager bounce could be a factor. But Jack, I mean, you want to give your thoughts on the game as well, bro?
I need Semenyo to bag this week. To be fair, I need
Semenyo to score as well.
I need Bournemouth to do well. And
Senesi.
And Senesi, I literally just put him in for Williams. So hey, if he has a stinker tomorrow, that's on me. That's on me.
the
But
block on the transfer block, is he?
yeah, no. No. It's not to do with that and whatnot. But anyway,
Go.
it's definitely be a good match. It's definitely a good match. Like this is, well, I think Bournemouth finished 9th last season, and obviously Forest finished just outside inside the European place. I think I finished like 7th after that bottling of Champions League qualification under Nuno Espirito Santo, exemplified by that 2-2 draw against Leicester, where I can't remember who it was, like Jeremy Munger, I think that's his name, made his debut for Leicester. I think he was like the 4th or 5th youngest player to make his debut in the Premier League. Obviously, Ranieri still holds that record, but anyway, regardless. Ranieri still holds that record, my bad. Will be a good match, obviously. Iraola against Deitch, Semenyo against Chris Wood, Sells against Petrovic. Hey, we'll see how it pans out. I obviously want. I'm back in Bournemouth for this match. I'm just gonna say 2-1 and just pass on to Prophet.
Yeah, I think 2-1 as well. Yeah.
I don't know. At first I was gonna say a Bournemouth win, but now that I think about it, I mentioned the Chris Wood thing. I'm gonna go 2-2. I don't know why. I just have a feeling it might be a classic, another classic Bournemouth game, where they might just be winning and then they bottle it. You know what I mean? So we shall see. I'm gonna go 2-2 this game. I think it'll be an interesting game for sure. 100% interesting game. Next up, I think Newcastle Fulham is the next game we should talk about.
Is that that's at St James's? Yeah, I think at St James's I back Newcastle to get the win here.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Newcastle.
3-1 Newcastle. I'm gonna go 2-0 Newcastle. Jack, what are you saying?
Yeah, for me, 2-0 Newcastle. Obviously, good win midweek against Jose Mourinho's Benfica. And just going off the back of that, you just expect Newcastle to win. Voltemada's probably going to score again because he is an absolute unique. And 2-0 Newcastle.
Fair enough. Next game, whether we got Burnley against Wolves, is it? Burnley against Wolves? Is that the next game?
Burnley Wolves. Yeah, I think that's the one.
Interesting game. I mean, Prophet, since you're from Wolves, you might as well go first, bro.
Yeah, I think this is nailed on to be a 0-0, if I'm being totally honest with you. Both teams have been Wolves, obviously, absolutely shocking. I think they've got 1 point this year, this season so far, and that was a draw against Spurs. They look really, really poor. I think this could just be the year that Wolves go down, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes. I think Burnley are another interesting one. I don't think Burnley have been relatively bad. I think they've had some decent performances. They were good against us. Unlucky to lose 1-0. I think they were decent against United as well. They pushed United. United did win 3-2 in the end. So I think with Burnley, you're just seeing the classic, a team that comes up. They play well, but they just can't get the results. And I think we're seeing that again with Burnley. As for this game, though, obviously Burnley playing okay, but not getting results. Wolves just absolutely diabolical at the moment. I think this is nailed on to be a 0-0. So I'm just going to say I'm going to go 0-0 for this one.
That's good for me because I have Steve on my bench anyways. And if Gabriel's out injured, I have Steve to keep a clean sheet. So hopefully he does do that. Jack?
I'd like to play devil's advocate to what Prophet is saying. I think Burnley will win this. I think they will. Like, as you mentioned, Wolves, they've been shite this season. I mean, they've only won once this season, and that was in the cup against West Ham, and we'll talk about them later. But Burnley, they've been solid. They've been solid thus far. Obviously, they lost at the Etihad a matter of weeks ago. Instead with 2 own goals,
unfortunately,
and whatnot. So hopefully I haven't just jinxed him again, the French defender. And
Oh yeah, he's French. Isn't he?
yeah, pardon?
Oh yeah, he's French, isn't he?
Yeah, Maxime Esteve. Maxime is a very sort of like French surname. I think it's short for like Maximilian in a way.
In case
But
people are wondering,
regardless,
Jack is half French. People, if you're wondering. People.
no, I'm not half French. I'm quarter.
Oh, you're quarter French, but
Yeah, my granddad's
I
French.
mean,
Anyway,
I mean, you have French in your family anyway.
yeah. Whether you want to see that as a curse or a blessing, you decide.
No,
anyway, regardless.
It's
Um,
definitely.
yeah,
it's
but
definitely
Burnley obviously they won against Sunderland, who was seen as one of their sort of like quote unquote relegation rivals, if you will. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna say 1-0 Burnley or 2-0 Burnley. 2-0 Burnley. King Khan, I'm not speaking French on here. If say this is like a Ligue 1 sort of show, if it's a Ligue 1 sort of show, then I'd do so. But
you have spoken French before on the show, but
I have,
but
yeah. When I said like
not-
pour
not
moi
very-
2-0 or stuff like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go 2-0 Burnley. I'm gonna go 2-0 Burnley as well. I think Burnley should just about win this game. They've not had, you know what it is, Burnley have kind of got under the radar. They've not actually had a bad start to the season if you think about it. For the quality of Burnley, they've not had a bad start to the season at all. One bit. They've actually won a few games at home as well. So credit to Burnley. But although they are 17, they've not had the worst start to the season for them for their standards. You know what I mean? The next game, I think this is the last game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think this should be the last game. Yep, last game. The game that kicks off in about an hour and 27 minutes.
Leeds West Ham.
Leeds against West Ham. Yep. What's your? Let's give a
Interesting.
little preview game actually, because West Ham have had a bit of a. They've had a bit of an ownership issue. West Ham have had a bit of like a sort of. I would say they kind of struggled this season. To be fair, they've kind of struggled the season so far. They've not really had the best of starts. Although they had one win against was it Forest. Other than that, they've not been amazing at all. They just lost to Brentford. They've sacked the manager. They've appointed Nuno, but things haven't changed. It seems to be like a mentality issue. Atmosphere is toxic. The club's toxic.
I think
Players
I think I agree with you. I think I don't know about you, but I think personally, I think West Ham made a big mistake when they let David Moyes go, when they sacked David Moyes. I think that was a really, really poor decision when you look back on it in hindsight. Yeah, they weren't the greatest to watch. They didn't play the best football, but I think they were in the top half of the table, 8th, 9th. They won obviously the Conference League as well. So they were doing really well under Moyes. And I think the West Ham fans got a little bit too big for their boots there. Obviously, they got him out. Can't remember who they bought in after that. Was it Lopetegui? Was it?
Lopetegui, yeah.
Lopetegui, that didn't work out. Then they went to Potter. Potter hasn't worked out. Now they're with Nuno. So, again, I think...
they went to they went to David Moyes.
Yeah.
And then they brought Potter in after that, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's Lopetegui. It was Lopetegui, then it was Potter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then they went to Potter, yeah. So they've had a couple of managerial changes since getting rid of Moyes. Again, I think it was a bad decision when you look back on it, and I think the West Ham fans just got a little bit too big for their boots. They're now paying the price for it. They've gone from being a team that were in the Conference League, winning the Conference League, to being, relegation candidates. Not sure where they are in the league at the moment, but I'm assuming they're in the relegation zone or in and around the relegation zone. So, again, is this at Leeds or is at Leeds?
It's at Ellen Road. It's at Ellen Road.
Yeah, it's at Ellen Road. I think Leeds have had a decent...
Hopefully West Ham win, though.
Yeah, I think Leeds have had a decent start as well. They haven't been great, but they haven't been poor either. West Ham did get a draw against Everton. Yeah, they did get a draw against Everton, but then they lost against Brentford. So, again, I think Nuno is a good manager. And I think he will do well for West Ham. But again, I think it's going to be one of them where the West Ham fans will have to be patient and show him a bit of time. As for this one, though, I think at home, I think Leeds will get the win here. I think Leeds get the W. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win to Leeds.
Chuck?
Yeah, lineup came out about... it's just come up for me on FOMO, but
okay.
Standard just flat back four for Leeds. Goodmanson, Struijk, Rodon and Bogle, Dalla and goal, and then Longstaff, Gruev, and Stack, and then front three of James, Calvert and Harrison, and then also West Ham, Arreola in goal, Malik Diouf, I think that's his name, at left back, Kilman and Todibo as the two centre backs, and then Wan-Bissaka at right back, and Suchek and Magasa as the holding midfielders, and Somerville, Fernandes, Bowen and Paqueta up front, although I think Paqueta is more so as like a false nine in a way, because he's not an out-and-out centre forward. But as for the players who are like absent for West Ham, Mavropanos has done his hamstring. He's out till late November. Earthy, I'm not sure who he is. He's got like quote unquote physical discomfort, as it says on the app. He's out till next month, and Fulkrug is out till early November due to muscle injury. As for Leeds, Ampadu, he's out for a match. Okafor has a groin injury, so he's out for a match. And Nyonto, I'm not sure when he did his calf, but he's out till late November, so that's a lineup for both teams. Actually, I think Leeds will win this, to be fair. I think so, because like that Ellen Road, their record at Ellen Road thus far, it's been sound. Okay, yeah, they lost to Spurs a few weeks ago, but hey, Ellen Road is a fortress, and anybody who knows of Leeds, more so in the early 2000s when they were challenging for like the Champions League places, it's a tough place to go to, and I'm not looking forward to it for our respective teams to face them there. So yeah, and West Ham are not in a good run of form, as you mentioned, with the fact that obviously they got rid of Moyes, and looking back now, it was a poor decision, to be fair, because obviously he got them to he won them Conference League in 2023, got them to the Europa League semi-finals in 2022, I think it was. Obviously lost to Eintracht Frankfurt, and like for a club of West Ham stature, the fact they're having to put up with this sort of crap from their owners and their players not showing much fight realistically, as we saw the other day in the Brentford match. Like, it's disappointing. It's disappointing, and the only sort of like saving grace I've had this season, I'd say, was the 3-0 win against Forest, where they scored 3 goals late on in the last like 15 minutes of a match. That's the only sort of thing that's been papering over cracks, and like they need to get a grip of themselves and just win matches, go on a good run of form, and bam, like their season could go on a completely different trajectory as opposed to how it's heading currently. So yeah, but I still think Leeds will win this, probably like 2-1. Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the shock. 2-0 West Ham. Why not?
Fair.
Bun Leeds, as I always say.
Shit! Sorry, yeah, I'm supposed to be a Leeds hater. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, no, 2-1 West Ham. Sorry, 2-1 West Ham.
Yeah, I don't like Leeds. If you man know, you man know. United and Leeds, you already know.
Yeah, M62 on that.
Lancashire, Yorkshire, the War of the Roses. We don't like each other, and I hope Leeds get relegated. But listen, shout out to my Leeds subscribers. I don't like your club. But regardless, I think that's all we have for today, unless you guys want to add anything more real quick. Oh, real quick. El Clasico predictions. El Clasico's this weekend.
That's this weekend too, isn't it?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Real Madrid. Gonna back the Los Blancos.
Is it at the Bernabeu or is it at the Camp Nou?
Santiago Bernabeu.
You know what? If it's at the Bernabeu, Barcelona defensively are a bit. I'm gonna agree with you here, Akopin. I'm gonna go 2-1. I'm gonna go 2-1 Real Madrid. I'm gonna back Alonso, ex-Liverpool player, in that. I'm gonna back him 2-1 Madrid.
Jack, prediction?
Yeah. 2-1 Los Blancos. I mean, as long as it's not like last season where Mbappe was offside, I can't remember how many times it was, like 8 times?
9 times.
Something?
9
Or
times,
9,
9.
yeah. Getting
9
almost
times.
the double digits of being offside, like, Jesus Lord. But yeah, 2-1 Los Blancos, I feel. Obviously, Barca, good run of Barca and Real Madrid have been on good run of form domestically and in the Champions League. But yeah, one of those run of forms has been ended at some stage. So yeah, 2-1 Los Blancos. I'm not going to say Hala Madrid because they ain't my main team. Atletico Bar. Come on.
Hala Madrid. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here, people. Just under 2 hours. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Let's get this to 25 likes, guys. Come on, 25 likes. Subscribe to Liverpool Profit. The link is in the description of the video. I am back live on Sunday. I don't think I'll be live tomorrow, people. I'll be back live on Sunday for the F1 race preview. So guys, tune into that on Sunday. And yeah, that's about it for the weekend. I don't think I have any more to say about the weekend. But Profit's link is in the description of the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. And guys, I'm 1 sub to 475. If you guys could sub, even if your second channel, if you have a second channel, go subscribe, guys. If you can, people. Let's get to 500 subscribers. Let's make it 25 subs, guys. Come on, we're almost there, people. We're almost there. But Profit, what do you have coming out on your channel, bro? Real quick.
Oh, well, so normally I'd say I've got the Brentford vs Liverpool match preview coming out, but I actually recorded that earlier today. Had a bit of a free day today, so I recorded that early this afternoon.
Okay.
So yeah, I've got the Brentford vs Liverpool match preview is out on the channel. So if you do want to check that out, do check it out. Obviously tomorrow after the game, I'll be giving my match reaction of the game after hopefully Liverpool get the win. But yeah,
Jack, appreciate you being here, bro. And also appreciate Joshua being here earlier. He's given his predictions as well as I brought it up here earlier. That the predictions that he didn't say while he was here. But listen, he gave his predictions and bring up to him every single time. He'll be back on Monday for the review show. Jack will be back as well. Appreciate you every single time, Jack, and much love as well. Take care,
Merci,
guys.
mec.
We're out, people. Come on, United.
À plus, mes gars. Bonne soirée à tous. Et bien, allez Arsenal, allez Athletic Club. Wesh. Kinkan, t'es super, wesh. T'es super, wesh, mon gars. Bonne soirée. J'espère que vous avez un bon week-end. Wesh.
There you go, people. There you go. But guys, peace, love, and guidance. Have a great weekend. Come on, United. Take care.